Mason, what did you maybe see in the second half from you guys the other night? The offense seemed to click in a way it hasn't in a little while.
We were getting stops. I feel like we got stops. We were quicker to transition in offense rather than getting scored on or fouling or something like that. So I think when we get stops, we're a better offensive team for sure.
Mason, for you, being a veteran guy, is there any difference in starting? I mean, some guys take it a little better. Some guys, it affects their play a little more. For you, is there any difference in that? And you've played a lot of games.
I feel like it would be a little different as far as like coming off the bench. You really see like how the game and pace of the game is going versus when you're in starting lineup. You're kind of starting the game, so you're kind of getting that first look. It's always different from starting to coming off the bench, but players know.
With that said, I know obviously you won the game the other night, but did you feel like that group out there at the beginning made a big difference together?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we held our own. I mean, sometimes we go up 10, sometimes we're in a barn burner, but as far as like the second group coming in, I feel like they did a great job extending the lead, and the second half even more so as far as like the difference of the points in the first half compared to the second half. But as long as everyone plays together, I feel like it doesn't really matter as far as what we start.
Mason, when did Coach tell you that you were going to be starting that game, and how did it feel once he did tell you?
Well, he didn't really say anything about Team 1 the whole week until like shoot around, so probably shoot around.
You guys also, you came out strong to start the second half. You won that first segment before the timeout. You hadn't done that in a little while. And I know Coach Mack said he had tried holding you guys out in the locker room a little longer, letting you go out a little earlier. What, if anything, felt different the other night?
Well, we were amped. We were really ready to go. We had done all of our stretching, all of our warm-up, and we was waiting on, the cue to go out there to play. So when you have that long pause, it kind of delays a lot of stuff. We were trying to get stretched and trying to stay warm, but it just wasn't a real-life feeling. So once we got the word that we was going to play and we got those 30 minutes, we ramped everything back up.
For so much of the year, Coach Mack has emphasized getting the ball in the paint. How much does having Sidney and that big body in there help make that a little easier to do?
Oh, yeah, it helps a lot. Sig's a big body. He's a hard worker, and he's a team guy. So whenever you have all those qualities and you bring that to the team each and every night, which he is consistent, I feel like it definitely helps our team. So we're going to keep feeding him. I'm definitely going to keep feeding him because it's a for sure assist, I feel like.
Mason, what do you think of when somebody says Russ Smith?
A legend. I mean, there's a whole reason for that night, him and that 2013 team and the years before or after. He really contributed to this program. So he's, someone we look up to in the locker room to try to be, more alike as far as winning and, what they stood for and stuff like that. So we're just going to honor him, try to come out with a win, and get that job done.
Does that add something to? It's obviously it's an important game one way or the other, but you expect some more people may show up. Does it add something to the game for you guys, the Russ thing?
We want to win every night, so I don't really feel like it's a difference in that aspect. But I think it will be, more people, just happy to see him, retire his jersey. Some of the teammates coming back. So, but other than a win, no, we're not really anything different.
Mason, morale-wise back here. Morale-wise, how much did you all just need that win the other night?
We need every win as far as that goes. We don't really focus on who we're playing or the previous game because we can't get that back. But, we try to win every game. This next few game is the biggest game of the season to speak. So it was very important, but we're just going to try to keep winning.
Mason, with the emphasis that you guys have put on getting as many paint touches as you can, how much did it help you guys having both Sidney and Malik on the floor at the same time?
It gives you a different aspect on things. You go two bigs in the lineup instead of one. Sidney's a great post player, and Malik can really stretch the floor. So it gives you a different feel for the offense as far as what you can do and places that you can put people in. So I really liked it a lot.
Nathan, did you watch Trump?
I did. I watched. I've been a Louisville Cardinal fan. I watched him and Peyton Siva. Just like the greats before, I watched Reese Gaines highlights, my cousin Tick Rogers and stuff like that. So I've kept up with the Louisville greats, and I appreciate their work.
When you have a teammate who's struggling like Jalen Withers had in recent weeks, and then he seemingly comes out of it in a game, do you see a difference in him, and has that carried on, in practice since that game?
Jalen has continued to work. We just try to keep him as positive as we can because we know what he's capable of, and we know what we can be like when he's at his best on this team. So we're just going to try to keep everyone positive, try to keep him positive. He's been consistent these last few days. A lot of guys have. As far as inconsistency goes, but just gonna keep everyone positive and keep going in the right direction.
Notre Dame's a team that can get hot and really hurt you from the perimeter. Just what you see when you look at the film on Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're a very good shooting team. They have a guy that's 50, 40, 90 guy. So that any case that you do that, it's very good as far as efficiency goes. So it starts with their paint touches as far as their two guards getting in the paint and dishing out for others. So we're just going to try to keep the ball outside of the paint and contest on shots.